Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. I don't even know what to call you. Temporary, permanent, host, co-host, I don't know. But it's Danny Berg.
Great to be back.
It's nice having you.
Great to be back. And I'll stay in that limbo for now until we talk to my people.
And see, right, like I said, my agent works out all the stuff. I know when Chris was, worked here, his agent, and your agent's gonna have to talk to my agent, and then we're gonna have to talk to Eric's people, and then Eric's people's gonna have to talk to somebody. So it's just gonna be a whole to-do. But it's nice to see you.
I got one on retainer, so I was just fingers were crossed. So we'll see what happens.
We can't forget that our very own Joseph Paparelli is an attorney, so if there's any paperwork that needs to be done, he could take care of that for you.
I'm sure he would love to, too.
Yes. And I think and I wanted to mention it, Joe, I was disappointed I was the last one to find out that he was an attorney. It took me years to find that out. But what are you going to do? But we're back for another week, talking more Lackawanna Falcon athletics. Things are moving. I'm really close with football, obviously, and those guys are really motivated and working really hard. They're sending me a bunch of messages and, texts and videos of them, grinding and working out. So they're excited.
I could tell. I was walking through the hallway, I think it was yesterday or the day before. You were actually on the phone with someone who was checking in with you.
Yeah.
And just seeing that level of excitement that they were willing to call you or text you and then you called them back, however it worked. But, saying, no, you need to do this many reps and things like that. These kids are doing their stuff on their own.
Yeah. And I think they know now that it's crunch time for them, right? So, it's October. So the semester's going to be ending soon. And when the semester ends, they're going to be on campus.
Right.
So, and not just football, all of our sports. So, we're filming in the gym today, and we just had women's basketball players here and getting their free throw work in and stuff. And, I know we're going to talk to some softball girls, and they're out on the field taking advantage of the great weather we're having now, and they're in the weight room, working with me. So, things are moving ahead.
Yeah, the NJCAA putting out the 60-day window for these athletes to be able to practice with their teams. And at Lackawanna, our administrative staff of basically Eric and Joya put together a return to play policy where we have a 60-day window, but they slowly integrated with their smaller groups, and then you can build up as it goes. And it was great to drive by softball practice the other day, and they were doing like a mini inter squad, with less than 25 kids there and things like that. So they were playing. And when you have a lot of kids who are dedicated, even if they have to drive from within 45 minutes to an hour to get here, it's great.
And I know like Coach Pitzman has girls driving an hour plus, and he's telling them, don't worry about it, it's fine. But they want to get here. They want to get here for strength and conditioning workouts. And I keep telling them, and Coach Pitt is like, stay home. Like, we're in the weight room for like 45 minutes. Like, you're going to be spending more time in the car than we would be here. And that's going to put way too much pressure on me. So if someone's driving like 2 hours to come for a workout of mine, like, I'm going to have to I always try to bring it, but like, I'm going to have to bring it. And when we have to bring it, I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
So,
and we emphasize softball here, but really all of our sports are doing it. Like you mentioned, the women's basketball team, they're in here getting their free throws in because it's Thursday. So I think they have a chart of either 100, 200, 300 free throws. Baseball. I mean, throughout the week, whether it's Zoom workouts or the guys who are local that are coming and then they're playing on Saturdays. It's awesome.
And we can't forget wrestling. I saw Coach Fox out at a high school cross country race last week. Okay. And he's doing the best he can with his guys on Zoom and stuff too, so he's hard. And actually Coach Fox is my Polar Bears 8th grade social studies history teacher. So if Coach Fox is watching, the Polar Bear is tired of the homework he's getting from you, that it's time to cut it out. They're stressed enough with online learning and then have to come home and do homework. So Coach Fox, we gotta just cool with that homework a little bit.
Well, I heard he was assigning it for Saturdays and Sundays too. Not cool, Coach Fox. Not cool.
Like, come on, like my poor little polar bear. Like he's
in the midst of cross country season. He needs to focus on that as well as the school. But come on,
we had a tea time scheduled. Dad, I can't go. Coach Fox gave me homework. It's affecting me now too. I don't know what else to say, but I do know that we have our softball girls here.
Can't wait to get a chance to speak with them.
Let's take a break. Let's bring them in. And actually, what I'm really excited about is one of them actually lives on campus. So just to prove that there is life here at Lackawanna, so she is a resident. So we'll see how resident life is going and stuff too. So we're gonna be right back with our softball girls. Stay tuned. Take flight.
You only get so many opportunities to follow your dreams, to make your mark in this world, to lay the foundation for your future. So never stop dreaming, creating, advancing. because there's something bigger in store for all of us. At Lackawanna College, we prepare our students to make their mark, to help change the world we live in, and to become tomorrow's legacies. It's who we are. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey everybody, we are back on the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Ricker, back with my co-host, Danny Berg. Two softball ladies joining us today, Stephanie and Lexi. And I think the most important thing about this is that they both live on campus, so there actually is life and student life at Lackawanna. So we're very excited to have them. Girls, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
How is residence life? And you're in RA this year, so how is residence life? How's it going compared to last year, especially?
It's a lot different, actually. This year, I haven't even seen students like outside of their rooms as compared to last year. Everybody was always together all the time. Like, no matter if you saw 5 people together, 10 people together, 2 people together, there was always somebody you saw together.
Right.
And this year, nobody is like out and about doing anything. So like, we're trying to incorporate programs in order to get people out of their rooms and like meeting people, because a lot of them are freshmen and they don't know anybody.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and that's when you live on campus, you become a part of a community, and you want to make sure that we're doing things. And as long as they're completing their campus clear app and knowing that they're clear to be participating in activities and wearing their mask, why not then, right? Good.
How many students are currently living on campus as best as that you know? 35.
Yes.
And you said primarily all freshmen, or?
Yes, it is mostly freshmen. I'm an RA, I am a sophomore, and then Ronnie, he is also a returning sophomore, and he's our other RA. Stephanie is a sophomore, but mostly there's one female basketball sophomore, and then I think there's like 5 freshmen that live in the dorms, like with just basketball.
And I think, I don't want to say it upsets me. It upsets me. Stephanie's living on campus and she's from Southern California. So I have an issue with that, especially like in 2 months when it's going to be cloudy and 36 degrees and a cold, terrible rain. So Stephanie, how do you make an adjustment from coming from like Southern California to Scranton? Scranton is great, but that's
California,
big but, like Southern California. Like, how do you make that adjustment?
So I have family that lives on this side of so for summer and Christmas, I used to travel a lot. So I'm used to like the snow and all of that for like Christmas. Okay. So it wasn't that big of adjustment. It was kind of, when I first got here, I kept wearing ripped jeans and Vans. My mom would make fun of me because it's like 30 degrees outside. But other than that, it wasn't that hard. It was normal.
In case anyone asked you this question before, this is the right answer, because we want you to get as much, because you've been working hard in the weight room and we know you're a great player, but we want to get you as much playing time as possible. So the next time someone asks you that question, it's like, it's because of Coach Pitt and the program that he uses at Lackawanna. He is by far the best coach I've ever had. And that is why I travel from one part of the country to this part of the country, from hot, warm weather to cold.
And you just leave the Virginia part out.
Oh, yeah.
That just let you know that on the East Coast, it can be cloudy.
Yeah, that's all. So how has, practices are obviously a little different than they have been in the past. You're both returners, so you know the difference. Yeah. How have you adjusted, and how has practices been going?
Practice has been going pretty good. A lot of the stuff has changed, like as far as like the drills we can do and stuff like that, but like we still stretch the same at the beginning, getting like ourselves prepared. We still run. We still play catch like at the beginning, stuff like that. We just don't do a lot of like where we would be like really in close contact with each other or anything like that. Like we do a lot of hitting, we do a lot of fielding with like the coaches hitting us the balls and stuff like that. But
and you're inter-squad scrimmaging also, right? On the weekends and stuff?
Scrimmaging because we aren't allowed to play like any other schools.
Right.
So.
And how's that going? Are you like, because I know because I'm with you, with you ladies, once a week in the weight room, so I hear what's going on. So you already have your teams established.
Yes.
Is there trash talking now? Is there a rivalry forming between the two? Like you're keeping track of win-loss records?
Not bad or anything like that. Like it's good. It's competitive.
Right.
Like that's what we want. Plus we have so many freshmen this year that like nobody knows what each other has brought to the table. So like you're able to see what everybody has and be split up into different teams because you don't know. Like last year when we were playing, all the freshmen knew the freshmen, all the sophomores knew the sophomores, and you knew what where somebody was going to hit the ball half the time when they were going to hit
Right.
it.
But at least you're still competing and
Right.
getting after it, and getting to know each other as teammates and players,
exactly.
and be ready to go in the spring when it's time.
And
Exactly.
we have different girls that come like in and out that live far and don't live far. And
Okay.
So we always trade out girls, so we never know who we're expecting when we practice.
Okay.
So we always have girls who like.
Yeah, we have girls that come from like 2.5 hours away.
Right.
Because they don't live locally and they aren't dorming. So
Yeah, and that's just great dedication to the program and stuff
Yeah.
too. So that
That's
kudos to Coach.
That's
Pittman
what I was
finding-
just going
yeah,
to say.
right.
You're seeing 2.5 hours, and it's also allowing you not just like collectively the coaching staff to see what it is. You as a teammate, you're thinking, all right,
Yeah.
she's really
Right,
bought in.
yeah.
And this is a really great time considering the circumstances where I know a lot of other institutions aren't getting this kind of teamwork in. You're going to learn each other's tendencies, as what you were alluding to before, so that come January, when you're back with your team on campus getting ready to play sometime, hopefully around President's Day weekend in February, you're already that far ahead of the game because, other than keeping in shape those, during intersession, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, as the voice, Mr. Rickert, said, a true testament to Coach Pitzman and the program that he's built over the course of the last 10 years.
Right. Yep.
He
Absolutely.
definitely loves girls from all around.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like I think we have a girl that's from Florida coming, and in Virginia too. So
Yeah. I handle all his arrangements for
Yeah,
his
so you know,
for his
right?
recruiting. So as soon as you're not playing, it is every weekend this entire summer.
Yeah.
As soon as he found out the areas in Pennsylvania and on the East Coast that had tournaments going on because they opened up and they were allowed to be there, he was on the road. As soon as the school gave him the green light, he was gone every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
not
is
surprised.
Coach Tom around too?
Yes, Coach
All right,
Thomas
good.
around.
Because I miss seeing.
Yes.
That's one thing I miss is
Yes,
seeing
Coach
Coach
Thomas
Tom in
around.
here.
Yeah.
With the pitchers and catchers.
Yes.
Getting his work
He's
in.
around. We pitch at the field.
Right.
Now, so.
Good. Which is good. Now I know, like I said, you're in the weight room. So we've met 4 times now, I believe, and I know your girls are all doing your work outside of the weight room like we prescribe.
Right.
So are you noticing like a big difference? Like is the ball just flying off your bat, and who's homering, who's hitting the, who's driving the ball off the fence?
Huge difference in like the patients I'm dropping at the hospital because my arm's hurt the next day, but it's fine.
You mentioned that, so
Yeah.
maybe we should let them know what your major is and why
Yes.
you're referencing the
Yeah,
hospital.
I'm a nursing student, so on Thursdays I go to clinical, which is after Wednesdays that
Which
we work
we're in
out
the weight
with
room,
them.
right? But I think, and let's just say like, COVID helped Lexi, because not only is she in the nursing program, she was granted another year of eligibility, so she's able to play this year. So it's like a huge asset to the entire team and coaching staff. That not only is she a very good player, but the leadership that she shows on the field and in the weight room and stuff.
Third year student, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
Right. Show them the ropes.
Yeah, so that's like out of all the negatives we've had because of COVID, like we could check that one off. Like,
Right.
all right,
Yeah.
here's one pot. And not only you, I think Amaya's back. Is Amaya back also?
Amaya's actually transferring out for the fall or for the spring.
Okay.
But she's back
But
for the fall, and so Gabby is also back.
Oh, good, awesome. So that's just a little positives that we could take for the softball program is that gaining that
Right.
eligibility back is perfect. So, what are your outlooks, both of you, and then we'll let you go for the rest of the fall and then into the spring.
I just think that we're going to keep working and getting ready for the spring. I mean, we're doing the most that we can with COVID still
Right.
being at such a peak that it is. So
Yeah. How about you, Stephanie?
I agree.
Yeah.
Like what she said.
Yeah. And what's your major?
I am early childhood education.
All right, good. All right, so like you're both worlds are affected because of the virus, education and nursing, so it's my wife's a school teacher and, between doing stuff online and in the classroom and, change of clothes, so best of luck to both of you
Thank you.
in your, not only your career choices, but getting to your career and staying healthy. So I'll see you ladies next Wednesday
yes, you
in the
will.
weight room. You
Yeah.
get after it.
I won't. So it's been great to see you. Haven't seen you in about 8 months or so.
Yeah,
So really
and it's,
thank you
it's
for
nice having you on campus. So
And thanks for stopping
welcome,
by.
stay safe. Definitely, we'll stay in touch. Everyone will be right back in the Falcons Corner. Big thank you to our lady softball players.
At Lackawanna College, we're not here to change the world, but we will change how you think, how you attack problems, and overcome limitations, how you push yourself to turn challenges into opportunities. It's an experience that'll change your life, and maybe then you can change the world. This is life-changing This is Lackawanna College.
Hey everybody, we're back on the Falcons Corner, wrapping it up. Great softball girls. All the softball girls are fantastic. Really look forward to seeing them compete in the spring.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're excited to do it in the spring too.
Well, who's not? Who wouldn't be?
I mean, and the work that they're putting in now, it was great to have them and have kids who are living on campus.
Yeah,
and they're showing that you do
right,
things
and they're doing things the right way. They're wearing their face masks.
Right.
You know, they're doing their campus clear to make sure they can go to other buildings. You know, they're keeping their social distance even though they want to interact a little bit. But they're doing things the right way. So, you know, hopefully everyone stays safe.
Yeah.
And then things get back to as normal as possible as we possibly be. Speaking of getting back to normal, the Toyota Camry has been sent to the body shop.
Yes.
Me being such a great dad and doesn't want his senior son to be dropped off by his dad, I let him take my car to school.
Okay.
We have a rental car. I walk, because I like to walk and run, to the Enterprise.
Right.
No one's there. I need to get to work. There's work to be done, right?
Yeah.
We're busy people.
Well, yeah, right.
Like we're busy, important people, need to get work done. I call my dad.
Okay.
Dad, come pick me up, please. He picks me up. Can't even give me a ride all the way to the school because he's going to the local park, Nayoak Park, a couple blocks up from here, says, I'm going to drop you off here. Is that okay? I got to walk farther to work from getting a ride from him and if I walked from home.
Maybe he was pulling the same card, like he didn't want your friends here to see your dad dropping you off at work.
That's not what it is. And I was shocked that he said, you're going to get out here, right? I'm like, no, like I work there.
Just
like, you know where this student union is, the CYC. I'm going that way. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks. Dad, thanks for the ride. I owe you one big time. Don't worry.
And I can't wait to meet you.
But so that's where we're at. The car's getting fixed.
That's great news.
You know, everyone's still good. Polar Bear, all he does now, social studies homework. Can't get him to do anything. Can't get him to work out. He goes cross-country practice, social studies homework. That's it. Call it quit for the day. I'm bored out of my mind at home.
Wake up in the morning, more social studies homework.
That's all it is.
Got a question about the car getting repaired. Once it's repaired, is it just going to sit there anyway and torment him?
No, he'll drive it.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
You know. Just a disclaimer, and it helped a little bit. We didn't buy the car; it was bought for him by his grandparents, so it makes everything a little bit better.
Okay.
And then the other set of grandparents, maybe my parents, my dad, who didn't give me a ride all the way to work to drop me off halfway, said that they'll pay the deductible. They feel bad for Michael, so you know.
Yeah.
So that part of me feels okay.
Yeah.
You know. However, if I bought the car and paint everything else,
be a lot different.
It's a done deal. Nothing.
I'll come join the family if you'd like, though. Thanks.
Awesome. Hey, you're absolutely fantastic at this stuff.
I'm just riding your coattails, my man.
Listen, join the club. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Another great edition. Big thank you to Danny Berg. And you got some big soccer games coming. Your high school soccer coach at Valley View.
Yep.
You know, keep those kids healthy on the field. Get some W's.
Do our best. We're on a little bit of a slump, but hopefully we'll be on the upswing in the next week or so.
Go Cougars. Go Vikings, and especially go Falcons. Take flight, LC Culture. Be ready to fly in 21. Check all our social media stuff for our updates and Twitch, Esports. We'll see everyone next week. Take flight.